nobody ever like gave me a handout. Like I worked at McDonald's, I fucking worked at a bike store, I moved wood. Like I literally moved logs on the back of a fucking 4-wheeler for like a month to buy my first turntables at the age of 13. Like that's, you got to do shit like that. So when I meet a 35-year-old dude that wants to buy a free beat, I'm like, dude, not only did you like you missed your wave, but on top of that, you sound like a homeless person.
1, 2, yeah. Come on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yes, sir, you are tuned in. This is for the SB1200, ASR 10s and MPC heroes. This is for the crate digging, loop getting, sound manipulators, the Fruity Loop reasoning machine innovators that pump the bass and frequently freak the kick in a stand till it slaps in your speakers. The sound providers that make sure the song is tight. Shout out to the producers, beats grinding live. Shout out to the producers, beats grinding live.
Welcome to the Beats Grinding Life podcast with your host Siren, a weekly interview podcast with inspiring music producers, where every week you will learn from a different music producer how to potentially take your music career to the next level.
What's up, Beat Grinders? It's another episode of Beats Grinding Life, and today we got with us the legendary Statik Selektah. Statik Selektah is a veteran producer representing Boston, now residing in New York City. He's delivered us with so many classics over the years, such as his own albums, Spell My Name Right, Population Control, Lucky 7, just to name a few. He also has collaborative projects with artists such as Termanology, Eminem, J. Cole, 2 Chainz, Freddie Gibbs, Action Bronson, Saigon, Freeway, Crooked Eye, Joey Badass, and many, many more. And if that's not enough, he also runs his own label, Showoff Records, and hosts his own radio show, Showoff Radio, on Eminem Shade 45 XM Sirius Radio Station. Man, the hardest working man in showbiz, it sounds like. What's up, Statik? How you doing, man?
Good, man, good. Waiting for this music to come out.
For sure, man. What you waiting on? What's coming out? What you got coming out?
Joey Badass record comes out in like 10 days. My album 2 Chainz coming in like a month too. My next album, number 8's coming real soon.
Dope. Okay. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Okay. Now, from what I heard, man, I heard a rumor that you weren't making any more albums. But I guess that's not true, huh?
I mean, it wasn't a rumor. I said it. But
right.
I mean, people change their minds.
Right. Okay.
You gotta credit DJ Khaled, man. He keeps going and like, you know, there's ways of doing it without reinventing the wheel. And just, I kind of fell back in love with making a compilation where, like, when I finished Lucky 7, I was about to have a daughter, and I was just in the zone where, like, I don't want to do no more compilations. I want to focus on more, like, collabo projects and getting placements on people's albums. But now I'm doing that. I mean, I've been doing that the whole time anyway. So
right.
It's all good.
Well, thank you, man. I know I enjoy each and every album you come out with, man. So thank you for that, bro. Appreciate it. Man, but I read an intro of you. Why don't you let the listeners know a little more about yourself, man? If you can, that'd be great.
I'm a degenerate gambling alcoholic that likes strip club. Not a family guy.
My kind of guy. Okay. Hey, man, have you been out here to Portland?
Yeah, I love Portland.
Dope, man. We got the most strip clubs per capita, so.
What's the famous one downtown?
What's that?
What's the famous one downtown? Like the hole in the wall with the girl has to play her own song.
Mary's?
Yeah,
like Mary's. Yeah. That's what's up, man. Okay. All right, man. Well, thank you for introducing yourself, man, here at Beats Grinding Life, man. I know a lot about your career just because I'm a big fan, man, but some of the beat grinders listening today, man, they might not know much about you and how you got your start. And, man, if you don't mind sharing, man, why don't you tell the listeners how you got started in music production and in hip-hop?
Man, I've been a DJ since I was like 13 years old, and I started doing radio at a really early age and making a name in the mixtape scene. But then all these guys that used to make good rap records, they started to make really bad ones, and I had to learn how to produce because New York started to sound like a strip club. And I like to go to the strip club, but I don't like to listen to it all the time.
Right. That's what's up. Okay, man. All right. So when you first started making music, when you went from DJing to hip hop production, what piece of equipment or software did you start off with?
man, when I was like, before I even DJ'd, I had like a Gemini sampler, and then I had a Roland 626 beat, like a step production drum machine.
Okay.
After that, I think when I started taking production seriously, I had an MPC 2000 XL.
Dope. How old were you when you got the XL?
I used to borrow one for a long time when I was about like 19, and then by the time I was 21, I got my own.
Dope. Okay. That's what's up, man. All right, man. Well, when you started off, man, who were some of the producers that inspired you?
DJ Premier, Pete Rock, Dilla, Q-Tip, Dr. Dre, Large Professor.
Dope. Okay. Man, well, yeah, man. I mean, all those producers, with the exception of Large Professor, are always mentioned on here. And I was going to ask you to just name us a sleeper, and I think you did with LP, Large Professor. That's what's up. Yeah. Okay, man. All right, man. Well, here on Beats Grinding Life, man, we are here to honor you because, man, you're a living legend. You're doing your thing. You have been for a while, and you're continuing to do that, man. But this show isn't all about peaches and cream, man. We even though we are honoring you, man, we want to know about the hard times. We want to know about the times that made you cry, man. The setbacks. What were some of the setbacks and failures, or if you can name one setback or failure that you've had in your career that you were able to bounce back from? If you can tell us, man, so maybe we can learn from those and we can avoid them in the future.
I mean, I feel like there's a million of them. I don't know where to start. Like the earliest one I remember is working like 48 hours. Like I would work like 40 hours a week during the summer as a kid in high school, and save money to go buy records. And then like my landlord wouldn't take care of the basement, and then flood, and all the records would get destroyed. Like that happened a lot as a kid, and that's very aggravating. But I know that happened to everybody from the RZA to Q-Tip. Yep. Like it's just part of the story having records. But that was one of the early disappointing ones. Or like saving up for a sampler and going to Daddy's Junkie Music and buying a used sampler, and you get home and like the samples play out of pitch and shit. Like it's really aggravating, especially at a young age. But I guess that was good because I learned the frustration early. So when it happened later, it was like, man, I can't remember I've taken so many L's, but I've also, got so many wins. So it's like anyone that thinks you're not going to take L's or quits. I know a lot of dudes that on their third time trying to be producers or rappers or DJs that gave up a couple times because they couldn't take it. It's like, it's a lot of consistency, man. You got to learn to take the ups with the downs.
Dope, man. I like that. You said you got to learn to take the ups with the downs, man. Definitely perseverance. And I'm glad that you said that. You mentioned that you're going to definitely take L's in this game. So, man.
The thing is, not to be dark, bro, but like, I've lost so many friends through this shit, family members. Beyond that shit, I don't want to talk about, but like, just it gets really aggravating, like, because you sacrifice your health and your livelihood and your mental health doing all this shit, and it's like it doesn't always pay off. But I'm happy and proud to say that it's definitely paying off. I mean, I love my life right now, my family and my career situation. So I'm definitely thankful. But if you want an honest answer to that question, that's definitely one.
Yeah, definitely. Honesty, man. I mean, there's a lot of guys, up and coming producers, and some established producers that listen to this show, and man, we want them to know what they're getting into. It's like I said, it's not all peaches and creams, not all rose petal paved roads, man. So thank you for sharing that, man. Appreciate that. All right, man. Well, to get away from that, man, I hate to bring up the dark side of the game, and and we don't want to dwell on that for too long, but now we get to hop on the other side of the fence, man. If you can tell me what is the most what's the best moment that you've had in your career? What's the shining moment that you've had thus far?
I would say probably getting my first #1 record. And having another one like 2 months later, and another one 2 months later.
Ooh, what?
That was a good vibe. Like when I got the Eminem Detroit verse, everybody came out, and then a couple months later, Joey's album came out. Then Axel's album came out, and then my daughter was born. It was like 8 months of just wins. That was great.
That's dope.
I feel I'm on the verge of that again with Joey's album coming, the 2 Chainz album coming, my next album coming, all these placements I got with the Locks, but Rock Nation. There's just a lot going on right now.
Dope, man. Well, man, I know I can't wait for all that to drop, man. I know you can't, because like you said, you feel W's coming your way, man, and the Beat Grinders, I know they can't wait. So, man, we're definitely looking forward to what's coming up in the next few months for you, man. Most definitely. All right, man. Well, at Beats Grinding Life, man, we're all striving to be the best producers that we can, just like you are. I know that you are, man, and you're actually doing it. You're actually in a position where you can put out music. You can work. You can work as a producer all day long. I mean, excluding family life and whatever. But we want to model our day after yours because you are a success, and they say, you know, success. You follow successful people, and you will become successful. So, if you can tell us, man, what your typical day looks like, man, that will help out a lot. We can model our day after yours.
When I'm not on tour, I'm with my daughter from the time I wake up till she goes to bed, and then I'm in the studio till about 1 a.m. and then I'm in the club. And then usually back to the studio. The days I do radio on the radio station. But for the most part, studio whenever I have whenever my kid's sleeping, I'm in the studio.
Dope, awesome. How old is your daughter?
She's about to be 2. But the thing is like I'm on the road a lot too, so don't get it twisted. We run like jumping in on and off flights, and that's about to get crazy again with this Joey album dropping because I toured with him. So right now I've just been really taking in being able to be with my kid, man. Just working on music.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Okay, that's what's up, man. All right, well, I know, man, you are a dope producer, man. I would love to be in the studio with you to make beats with you. I mean, I've seen you on YouTube make beats, and but man, the closest thing to us being in the studio and making beats with you is this segment here, where we get to ask you about what you do in the studio. So I want to know, man, what do you do when you first start crafting a beat? Do you have a ritual? Do you smoke a blunt? Is there anything that you do? Do you light incense? And then also when you make a beat, what do you start off with? Do you start with the drums? Do you start with a melody? What goes down when you're making a beat?
I mean, we usually start with some Hennessy and marijuana.
Dope, nice.
And then usually I usually find the sample, like if I hear a sample I like, I know what to do with it immediately. Okay. And then I don't know. It's like there's a lot of crazy shit that goes down in the studio.
Right. Okay. Man, I definitely understand. So I mean, there is no set process or ritual. It's pretty much whatever catches your ear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up, man. All right, man. What's a not so secret weapon that you have in the studio?
Machine gun.
Like literally a machine gun?
Yep.
Okay. All right, I didn't expect that one. Okay. And what goes down with the machine gun?
I've shot up a couple plaques when the artist can do what I like.
All right, that's what's up. Okay. What equipment or software do you currently use to make beats right now? What's all in your toolbox?
Pro Tools. I've been using the DJ 808 a lot. The new Roland controller is pretty dope.
Okay.
And then I got a System 8 by Roland, and I do pretty much everything in Pro Tools. On DJ.
Okay. Nice. Turntable for sampling?
Yeah. I'm a DJ first and foremost, so everything's turntables. Okay.
That's what's up, man. All right, man. Well, this portion of the interview I like to call In the Mix. It's rapid fire. So I'm going to ask you questions, man, and I want you to answer them back pretty quickly. But at the same time, if you need to take your time, because some of these questions are complicated, if you need to take your time, please do so, man. No rush. You ready?
I'm always ready.
Okay. All right. Do you prefer using samples or making beats without samples?
Samples.
Okay. What's your opinion on selling and leasing beats online?
What the fuck is that? I'll sell a beat. Leasing a beat? This ain't a car dealership. That's from like SoundCloud producers.
For sure. All right. A plug-in that every producer should have in their arsenal.
R channel.
R channel. Okay, nice. What do you have a book that you think every producer should read?
Yeah, the 48 Laws of Power.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what's up? That's what's up. Were you gonna say 50th Law of Power?
Nah, the 50th one's the one 50 Cent did with Robert Greene.
Uh-huh.
I read that too, but I'm talking about the original one,
right.
48.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, Beat Grinders. If I mean, that book has been mentioned so many times on here, but if you haven't checked it out, go on Beast Grinding Life under the show notes for Statik Selektah, and I'll provide the link on there. So, all right, man. Well, I want you to imagine that you're out Mount Rushmore. There's a blank slate up there. There's no faces on there. And someone has given you the job to put 4 faces on there, but they have to be faces of producers. Who's all going up on Mount Rushmore?
Quincy Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Dre.
Mm-hmm.
I mean Primo. And I don't know, I want to give it to somebody rock and roll. I'll say Rick Rubin, even though I'm not really a big fan of his hip hop in the last couple of years, but as far as the shit he did a lot of great rock and hip hop.
Yep. Okay, that's what's up. That's definitely a respectable list right there. All those guys are legends. All of them have been mentioned on here for Mount Rushmore. So, man, thank you for that. That's what's up. Okay, man. Well, man, you're gonna stay in the imaginative mode, man. I want you to imagine that you just left the perfect studio session, and in that perfect studio session, you have one artist with you, one co-producer, one engineer, and one random person. Who was all in that studio with you?
I don't really do the co-producer thing, but
okay.
I would say you said one artist, one co-producer,
yep,
one random person,
and one engineer.
The artist would be Lord Sear.
Oh, really? Okay.
The co-producer would be Dante Ross.
Okay.
And the random person would be this chick Shane.
What'd you say? Chick Shane?
Yeah, this is Chick Shane. That's it.
Okay. That's real random. Who is she?
She's a hip hop legend.
You said her name is Shane?
Yep.
Okay. Where? I mean, how can I find out who she is?
Just look for cocaine in New Hampshire.
Okay. That's what's up. Hey. So you named the engineer, right?
Oh, you said engineer?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not really a fan of a lot of engineers.
Do you mix your own shit?
I mix every record.
Damn. Okay.
I'd say if I could pick a random engineer.
I mean, it is a perfect. It's a perfect studio session. Your perfect studio session. So, I mean,
I'd have to say my man Nasty, because he'd be coming up with all kinds of like conspiracy theories about why Lord Sear and Shane are in the mic booth together.
Okay. That's what's up. All right. All right, man. Well, what's your favorite song that you've ever produced?
Harley's Blues.
Okay.
So last time.
What album is that on?
Lucky 7.
Dope. Okay. Nice. Why is that your favorite?
Because I sampled my daughter's heartbeat before she was born.
That's what's up, man. All right. Well, man, I'm definitely gonna re-listen to that as soon as I get off the interview with you, man.
And then the next album, she's gonna open the album, so it's cool. Like the last album, you thought it was over, you thought there was no more albums,
right.
And then she opened this one.
That's tight, man. That's dope. That's what's up. All right, man. Well, what's an album besides one of your own that you recommend every producer listen to, and why?
Midnight Marauders.
Nice. Okay, Midnight Marauders by Tribe Called Quest. I can't imagine that any of you guys haven't heard it, but if you haven't, I'll definitely provide an iTunes link for you on the show notes on beatsgrindinglife.com. So that's what's up, man. I don't even think that you even need to explain why every producer should listen to that. So that's what's up. Okay, man. If you woke up tomorrow and you lost everything that you had except for your knowledge and $1,000, what would you do in the next week to restart your career?
That actually might happen tonight.
I hope not, man. We're looking forward to these albums dropping, man. So,
if I woke up with $1,000, I don't know, man. I wasn't used to having $1,000 my whole life until shit got popping. $1,000 used to be a lot of money.
Yep.
Now it's like, oh, whatever. But back in the day, man, I don't know. I can't even answer that because I never started with $1,000. I started with, eating dollar burgers from McDonald's.
Damn. I mean,
but if you had $1,000 to invest, if I had to start over,
right?
I'd put I'd book a studio session, get a good MC to get in there with me. Mm-hmm. Even if I was a nobody, I mean, see, that's the thing. You're asking me, so I could get fucking whoever to come to the studio with me tomorrow and make a fucking We Are the World album if I had nothing left. But if I was like a random person with $1,000 and nothing to my name, I would get like a halfway decent MC. Mm-hmm. You know what, bro? I wouldn't even be making music if that's what.
Really?
Nah, no. I'm trying to like the proper way. Like I would spend the money on something like get in a studio and get a rapper to get on your beat and get heard instead of just keeping a lot of producers like act like there's somebody before they are and don't get their beats out there because they want money and all this shit. It's like a lot of dudes, man.
Okay.
I don't know if it answers the question, but I don't really know what that would be like.
No, well, see, the reason why I ask this question is because, I mean, like you said earlier, a lot of people take losses. Like a lot of people have lost hard drives. A lot of people have lost, whatever, and they think, okay, well, shit, I'm gonna just stop. I'm not gonna make music anymore because fuck it, or I mean,
yeah, but they're doing it in the first place. That's the like. I don't got no compassion for those people because it's aggravating. But guess what? It happened to the best of them.
Right. Yep.
You kept going.
Yep.
And you didn't have passion for the shit in the first place, if you just stopped.
Right. No, that's true. That's so true. And also, I asked this question to let people know that want to make music, that don't have much money, to let them know, hey, it is possible to start doing this with little to no money, even though, I mean, $1,000 is, you can get up and running with $1,000. So.
Nobody ever like gave me a handout. Like I worked at McDonald's, I fucking worked at a bike store, I moved wood. Like I literally moved logs on the back of a fucking four-wheeler for like a month to buy my first turntables at the age of 13. Like, that's you got to do shit like that. So when I meet a 35-year-old dude that wants to buy a free beat, I'm like, dude, not only did you you missed your wave, but on top of that, you sound like a homeless person.
Dope. No, man, dropping gems right there, man. I hope you guys are listening, man. This guy was working hard just to get his first turntables, and no handouts, man. Nothing's given for free. No one gives a fuck if you have nothing. So you gotta make it happen. Go ahead.
I never did this shit to make a living off it either. I was doing it just to get props. Like I just wanted to have fun and get heard. Like, you know what I mean? It was just fun to DJ. All I want to do is be like Funk Flex and Primo, and then eventually I think it leads to a career. But it's like if that's all you want to do all day, you're happy to just get by on it. And then when you actually start, that becomes your job. It's like it's a blessing. So you got to treat it that way. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm gonna quit because I'm not making money off it. It's like, dude, you weren't supposed to be doing it.
Yep. Dope. Awesome, man. Well, thank you for those words, man. I appreciate it. I know all the beat grinders definitely will appreciate it, man. Like you said, man, it has to start from the heart, man. If your heart ain't in it, what the fuck are you doing it for? So thank you, man. All right, man. Well, I want to know what piece of advice, what's the greatest piece of advice that you've received, and what advice would you have for all the producers listening today?
The best piece of advice I've received is don't shit what you eat. in the future. And the best advice to producers nowadays is just to like stick to what you got into it for. Like, obviously you don't have to keep making I have a problem a lot of times with people compare my shit to 90s, and it doesn't bother me because I call it traditional hip-hop music.
Right.
But like, bring your sound to the next level. Like, when you hear my shit, it doesn't literally sound like the 90s. It sounds bigger and built out. But you know, it's stick to what you got into in your first place. A lot of these guys are making like weirdo techno shit that they hated it, and they do it to get by now.
Yep. Dope. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the overall theme of this interview, man. Do what you love. Do what you got into it for. So that's what's up, man. All right, man. Well, if you have any last words for the listeners, if you want to tell them about the projects that you have coming out, if you want to tell them how to contact you, if you want to be contacted, man, here's your chance.
Just check out Showoff Radio every Thursday night. If you want to contact me, you can reach my manager at Christy@rocknation.com. Then that's it.
Okay. Dope, man. Dope. All right. You guys also look out for the Joey Badass album as well. So I know I can't wait for that shit. So.
Classic, man. I know that name. I know classic gets thrown around a lot, but the way he put this album together is very special.
Dope. Okay. Well, all right, Beat Grinders. Man, you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for letting me rock with you. Thank you for rocking with us. And man, you've been mentored by Statik Selektah. I hope you guys have a great week. Keep grinding. Peace out.
Right up.
Here at Beats Grinding Life, we want to thank you for listening to another episode. We want to know, what were your biggest takeaways from this interview? Just go to beatsgrindinglife.com and leave a comment on this episode's show notes page. Also, while you are there, go subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. Just click the little button that says subscribe. If you could, please leave a rating and review. Rating and reviews are the best way to show your appreciation because it helps more people find out about the podcast. So until next week's episode, keep grinding.